Hey folks, and welcome back to MusicalConman plays Slay That Spire. Gonna do a defect run, gonna pop it up to Ascension 20 and see what we get. It's very important to choose an interesting character like the defect. Just very, nice, automated, algorithmically powerful. We know that you and the YouTube audience are always looking for quality content, and that's what we aim to provide with our automated systems, which just happen to optimize for profit. Okay, so path here: 3 fights, campfire, elite, and then elites. And then campfires. There's a lot to be said for that. We could also, there aren't any other paths with nearly as many campfires. We could do like 3 fights, campfire, elite, and then like either elite or just shop. Campfire elite here, but this has more campfires. It's only 5 hallway, so 3 hallway fights. Then we get campfires and elites. We can upgrade here and heal here, ideally. If that's the case, I'd like to go that path, and that doesn't have a shop, so let's get a random rare. Captain's Wheel. At the start of your 3rd turn, gain 18 block. Very helpful. Alright, this is also a pretty nice turn to have happen. One of those orbs ought to blast that. So 12. We're not killing it this turn. But next turn, things are very fine. Look at that tasty 18 block. So it's not going to help us in every fight, but it's be really nice in a lot of elite fights. I'll take a Sunder. It's just a big attack. And I think with the Captain's Feel, we do feel confident going this way. Upgrading a Sunder to 32 damage is going to be awesome against a lot of elites and hallway fights. Like now, if we just do this, all we have to do is draw Sunder. And we've done it. So I'm pretty happy with that upgrade. Ooh. So go for the eyes is good. I really want to take a super early genetic algorithm though. And I think with an upgraded Sunder, we're in good shape. We could upgrade Zap to help us. We could upgrade genetic algorithm really early. I think Zap does more damage. Well, obviously, because it's a damage card. It helps us do more damage, but I like the idea of getting that scaling started. So, kill the one with more health. Get some energy back. Let's see. Oops, I'm getting a phone call that I need to take. And we're back. Some phone calls you just gotta take, unfortunately. If I take Strike here, the Zap doesn't do anything, and I might not draw damage next turn. I'm actually guaranteed to, but this just kills guaranteed, so it's worth doing. Get a Fire Potion, and ooh, so these are some nice early defensive cards. But I'm very excited about an early defragment. 58 health at the campfire, to me just says happy to upgrade defragment. And now we would really love to get a Frost Orb. Alright. We can just chill this turn. Next turn we would like to wake it up so that we can get our 18 block on the following turn. So Sunder deals 32. Defragment Strike is 12. And then 2 damage a turn. More once we get Zaps in play. But it's always this, right? We can play Defragment with other things later. But if we just play Sunder every time we draw it, I think we're in good shape. Alright. We could dual cast to deal some extra damage. So it's 16 damage right now, or 3 this turn, 3 next turn, and 3 the turn after that. Or we could just block 2. I think we may be able to get through this fight without taking any more damage. Ooh, this is kind of a tough choice. But it's not really that tough of a choice. We'll take 20, play Sunder. We've got time to play Genetic Algorithm. Alright, deal 20 there. I'm actually not going to... If I strike, it definitely dies next turn. And I kind of want to play Genetic Algorithm next turn, and what are the odds that I can't kill it next turn, right? So it'll be at 11 health, and it'll take another 5, so I have to deal 6. So if I drew Genetic Algorithm Defend, if I draw Zap and Strike, it kills. If I draw Sunder, Genetic Algorithm, Defend, Defend, Zap, I can't Genetic Algorithm, so I just Sunder. Or I could... Yeah. I can always kill it next turn. But what are the odds that if I don't kill it next turn, what are the odds that I actually want to wait another turn to draw Genetic Algorithm? Because if I don't draw Genetic Algorithm, I can only block for 6, right? Do I really want to take 14? Nah, I don't want to take 14. So it's dying next turn. We hope to draw Genetic Algorithm, but sometimes no luck. We could bottle something. We could take a Beam Cell. It's decent with Sunder, but we're probably not planning to deal damage with like physical damage as our long-term plan when we've got a nice Defragment Plus going. I think Sunder is kind of an early game thing. We could take a Steam Barrier. With a 3 energy attack card, there is some benefit to having a just 0 energy thing to play. We are about to fight another elite. Steam Barrier is bad against Gremlin Knob, decent against Sentries. Is there anything I'd want to bottle? I could bottle the Sunder, but later in the game, that'll be nice early on, but later in the game I'm going to start kind of regretting that, right? We don't need a Smoke Bomb. I think a Fire Potion was very nice here. Let's take a Steam Barrier. I don't think we need to heal here with 2 potions, because a Fire Potion against Sentries, we don't have any area of effect damage, but we do have a Defragment Zap. Ugh, Frost Orb would treat me so nice right now. We could also, I mean, that said, what do we have to upgrade? I mean, we could upgrade Steam Barrier, we could upgrade Zap. Neither of those really spark joy. And I think we're going to... Let's say we lose, like... Against Gremlin Knob, the best case scenario is we lose, like, what? 10 health here? Seems pretty difficult to do, but maybe possible if we get a good Sunder, a good Defrag, Fire Potion. And let's say we lose, like, 5 health here. That's like a best case and 5 more here. That's like a best case scenario. Do we still want to go into Hexaghost with 18 health? Probably not. Let's just get a nice big rest here, just to feel extra confident. Vajra is definitely going to help us out early on. Okay, so these deal... We can play 3 strikes to deal 21 damage and a Fire Potion to finish. Our Sunder is going to deal 33, though. So we could just set that up to Sunder. And then get started on this one. Obviously, we've only got a 50% chance of drawing Sunder this turn, but 100% chance like that. We get our energy back, we get a Defrag, a Defend, and Strike here. We block pretty well next turn. I could Fire Potion to try and make this die before it shuffles more bad stuff into our deck. But we might want a Fire Potion to kill this one before its next attack. Oh right, we have our Captain's Wheel. Let's stack up our Genetic Algorithm. And we'll just let our Lightning Orbs do some work. Give me a Sunder. Or, I mean, nothing. Nothing is fine. I didn't even want to play cards this combat. Who likes cards? Cards are for nerds. Alright, if we just strike here, this takes 10 damage and usually dies next turn, and if not, we got options. Okay, good fight. Shuriken, every time you play 3 attacks, gain 1 strength. Well, I mean, we have Defragment Plus, which obviously incentivizes some good orbs, but Compile Driver is just a good card in general, and it helps us play 3 attacks more often. I mean, strength gain and already having strength, nice combo. I could go for, if one of those hits here, I can then strike and fire potion, but we're getting attacked. I want to get that within range of Sunder, and I can't count on the Lightning Orb to do it for me. There we go. Then we can draw a card, gain a strength. Can't kill it this turn, right? 8 plus 3 is 11, and another 20. We'd have to use both potions to block 6 damage, and I don't think that's necessary. Hey, we get our genetic algorithm. I mean, I want to use this potion. We just haven't had a single turn where it felt necessary to do so. I will throw it away for a regen potion. Ooh, a loop. Okay. Start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. Now I just really want... I mean, I've got a loop plus and a defrag plus. Now I just really need anything that gives me orbs. So if I could get like a glacier, I would take a rainbow. 33 is not enough. Let's defend, and defrag is going to do a lot more than strike. If we can get another orb. Okay. Good steam barrier and 2 strikes. No shurikens. Alright. Let's do a genetic algorithm. If we zap, it takes 10, it's down to 14, and then next turn it takes 20. I mean, that deals 10 damage next turn versus 8 right now. And it's dead. It does not get to run away with our money. We did get another potion, so we could have tried to use that regen potion. I mean, with Shuriken and Vajra, I know I didn't take a beam cell before, but now that I've got card draw, now that I've got other reasons, I think a beam cell actually is pretty nice here. We often may do damage with attacks. So I could use a regen potion here. I kind of want to use that in the Hexaghost fight though, if I can. And the reason for that is Hexaghost attacks based on your maximum, or based on your current health. So if you go in with low health and then heal during the fight, it's nice. Okay, how much damage could we do? If we get a lightning orb, that's 6, and then if we do this, it should be 19. So we can't split. If we used our focus potion, it would be 25, so we still can't split. So we're going to take 7. Dual cast is rough because Zap is our only way to channel orbs. Do I think this fight could go 5 turns? No. I don't think we're going to... Our potion odds aren't super high because we just got a potion last turn. Okay, defrag. We could have done strike this turn. We'd probably draw a Sunder next turn. And then, how long does the fight go after that? If we beam cell Sunder, the fight doesn't go very long at all. And with these orbs, I think we're in pretty good shape. So we'll get our strength. So we've played our genetic algorithm, so that's all ready. That would be really nice on turn 2 next fight if we can get it. And Sunder. strike, strike, and loop. Because why not loop? Alright, Frost Orb. So critical. We have 21 health, which means it's going to attack for 12, which is its minimum. And in reality, we have 36 health over the course of a long fight. So we could upgrade Beam Cell for more vulnerable. We could upgrade Cool Headed to draw cards. I don't know if the card draw is super important right now. If Beam Cell is 1 vulnerable, we have to get a lot of value out of it. We have to do it the same turn as Sunder. 2 vulnerable, I think, is actually a pretty significant difference. I mean, with such powerful strength-based relics. Ooh, nice orbs. Okay. With such powerful, like, strength relics, just regular boring attacks become a lot more interesting. So, attacking for 12. Little defrag. I mean, we can just play all our cards. This blocks for 3 and reduces its block. I mean, it's 1 block less on a future turn in exchange for 3 less damage right now. If I don't like that, what do I like? And this is an example of Beam Cell upgrade being nice. I don't know if we actually need the regen potion here now if we've got our powers going. But let's be safe. 49 damage. If we can get that Frost Orb in front, our block is super good. But on the other hand, like this is doing such damage. Draw me a couple cards. So we could take 8 in order to gain a strength. I think we have decent potential of making it through this fight with pretty good health. So we could deal 49 damage. I mean, we're taking 2. Playing Genetic Algorithm is nice, but have you tried 49 damage? It's awesome. It's taking 20 damage a turn, but it is going to block next turn. I think this is fine. Makes it more possible to kill it if that's what we want. Now it makes it more possible to stall until we get our genetic algorithm, which we do want to stack. It's nice to do. Alright. We could draw 2 cards, but then it dies this turn. Or we're already fully blocked and we can just chill. Alright, 36 damage. Take 5 to stack genetic algorithm? No, take 7. I mean, this is the boss fight. We're definitely... Oh, we're killing it at the start of next turn because we put our lightning orb in front. Loop will kill it before we get to play. Well, no need to take the damage then. Smoke bomb and... Extra card draw can be okay. It's pretty slow. But we do have... I mean, we have a Captain's Wheel and a genetic algorithm to help us in the early turns. We could also just reboot, which is just some random card draw. If we machine learning, it enables to take things like Beam Cell and Steam Barrier. Thunder Strike with 1 zap. Nuh-uh. We've got a nice power setup already with Loop Plus and Defrag Plus, and even just the 1 Frost Orb. And we've got a nice strength setup for our early kills. So it's just a question of, do we want to have a stronger late game setup? Or do we want to have a stronger, like, getting into that? Stronger first couple turns? Turn 3 is fine. Turns 1 and 2 are important. I think reboot is going to matter more here, just in case we don't draw a great hand. So energy, but we can't upgrade. Transform 3 and upgrade 3. Or extra energy and bosses and elites. So we don't have any cards that we super need to upgrade, but Defect as a character tends to have a lot of upgrades that are really important. Like, Defrag Plus is so much better than regular Defragment. 2 focus instead of 1. Loot Plus is literally twice as good. Like, a lot of Defects cards just double in power when you upgrade them. I mean, Astrolabe is good. Transform 3 and Upgrade 3 is really solid. But I'm going to do a Slaver's Collar. I think we have a deck that's strong enough to hunt some elites, and we have a Smoke Bomb in case it doesn't work out. We got a decent amount of money. Some elites here. There's a super this way on a 3 elite path. 2 events, elite, campfire, event, campfire, elite. Then we could go elite or shop, super elite, or just shop and no elite. Not a lot of question marks this act. I mean, we could do a 3 elite path here with like 2 campfires and like 2 events. Or we could do like 3 events and some elites, and most of the elites are kind of optional. I think this is the way to go. Alright, early orb setup. Good start. Oh, this seems nice. Beam Cell, strike, strike, then draw 4. We could do another strike, but I think a cool-headed to block a little here is pretty nice. No luck on Sunder. Alright, we'll take 8. I'm okay with that. Alright, now we're fully blocked. And we're definitely in range to kill it. So let's just stack our Alg, get a loop, and it's dead. Good fight. Consume. 3 focus, lose an orb slot. Consume is really nice with Loot Plus, because you can just have 1 orb in front that does tremendous things. I'd love to get some more orb slots. Reinforced Body is a good front-loaded block card for sure. But having a genetic algorithm already and a captain's wheel makes me think, let's do Consume. Rip and Tear could also be okay with strength, but orbs are awesome. Ooh, 1 of 20 cards to add. Yes, please. Alright, so we got a lot of options here that are pretty good. Nothing here is upgraded, so that makes it kind of easier. We don't have any powers that really benefit an orb setup, so we're just looking for front-loaded stuff or strength damage. A force field plus, we have 2 powers, so minimum it costs 2 right now. That's not very good. We could take another cool-headed for an extra frost orb, which is pretty powerful. We could take a barrage, which scales really well with strength, but it does have a pretty negative synergy with consume, and we don't have any way to get extra orb slots right now. The other thing we don't have is, we don't have any area of effect damage. We don't have anything that targets multiple enemies. So we could go for a sweeping beam. However, a Go for the Eyes is a nice defensive card. We've got a little bit of card draw with Compile Driver, Cool-Headed Reboot. So the 0 cost attack isn't bad, it's actually good with Shuriken. Ball Lightning is pretty decent, so I think it's Go for the Eyes, or we could take Sweeping Beam to have some AoE. Or Charge Battery. Cool-Headed is good, but I think Go for the Eyes is going to be a helpful tool. Let's remove a strike. No, not that, not that. Yikes, my mouse is clicking before I'm ready sometimes. Good thing there's a confirm button. Okay. Draw me a card. So I could gain a strength, or I could gain 3 focus. So that's 15 damage, and who knows what I draw. I think I'm pretty happy with 3 focus. If I can get that Frost Orb in front. Okay, go for the eyes. Doing some work. I think it's fine to genetic algorithm here. I think if we draw like a zap and a dual cast, it blocks a ton. We've got our Captain's Wheel active. Okay. So do I want to deal 12 damage at the start of the turn or gain 10 block? If I play this, and then I get the defrag next turn, which I will, we're pretty much immune to damage for the rest of the fight. Largely, anyway. Because now we gain 21 block each turn, and its maximum attack is 22. What do I even want to draw here? I only have 1 energy. This is fine. So this will extend the fight a little bit, but it's pretty good. I could also consume, and then I am actually untouchable. That amuses me. Let's do that. So, we're just going to slowly gain strength and kill it. Gain strength or put it at 3 health? Let's put it at 3 health. I mean, plus 15. We could consume, but that seems like a bad idea considering we only have the 1 orb slot. I mean, once you can do this, you would just win a lot of fights immediately. Another genetic algorithm? At the start, pretty early in Act 2, and it's upgraded? Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. Get a Sunder, it blocks 6. We do take an extra 10, though. So the Sunder actually deals 4 damage to us. On the other hand, like, what else are we going to do? Because then we can Sunder, defend, defend, whereas if we just defend, defend... Loop. We could run from this to avoid... Let's see, if we killed that, that'd go to 31. We could just run to avoid 21 damage. We're fighting an elite next, but we have extra energy against elites. Is 31 health okay for an elite? We could go to a campfire afterwards. We don't really have any super important upgrades, so we could totally rest at a campfire, and getting a good card here might be nice. Let's just do this. It's a little scary, but I think as long as we get past first turn against the avocado rat, we're pretty good. I want a Frost Orb. I'd love another Lightning Orb, but this is better. Alright, so we could dual cast and cool-headed, and then we get the loot plus. And that blocks more on future turns, but we have a Captain's Wheel next turn. We could also just defrag. So defrag blocks for 2 this turn. This blocks for 3. I think that's a pretty easy defrag. We are going to take another 9, which sucks. Might have been a good fight to use the smoke bomb, to be honest. I really want to consume. This does 12 damage and gains strength. But with a loot plus, this deals 9 damage, like, pretty much immediately. And gains focus. Because it's 3 extra damage then and 3 now. Alright, so we can block this. But we get a genetic algorithm, which is nice. We got another genetic algorithm we haven't even played yet. Wow. So if we strike, it's down to 13, and then it goes to 22s. So it would just die before we can play our genetic algorithm. Seems no good. Alright. Gain 0 block, thank you very much, and finish the fight. Alright, so we spent 30 health to keep a smoke bomb that we are now throwing away, and to get a card. Probably not a good decision, I don't think. Charge battery is kind of good with expensive cards. Could take a force field. We have 2 genetic algorithms and a captain's wheel to help us out early in the fight, and I mean, this one doesn't help much yet, but it'll get there. And then we've got defrag, loop, cool-headed, consume to block later in the fight. But the extra energy, I mean, this is just good on the first few turns, right? I think we could use one more of these. Storm, this could be a decent choice, but we only have the 2 powers right now. And sometimes channeling a lightning messes up what we want with loop. Alright, this is going to be a good fight to use a focus potion, I think. And then we'll gain some block. This blocks for 1 less later, but it blocks for 1 right now. I think that's fine. Okay. So we could put the frost in front for a bunch of block, or we could do a ton of damage with this. Next turn we get block for free. So doing damage next turn seems good, and then we can put loop, the frost in front for loop later. So let's play a defend. Alright, so we could get a strength, or we could block a bunch. I'd love to get the strength, but blocking a bunch seems like the right thing to do. Alright, we do that, we get another frost orb. Do that, and I mean, right now we have 8 block worth of frost orb. If we do this, we got a 7 block worth of frost orb plus huge lightning orb, and we can put this in front for way more block. We might be getting, I'm pretty sure next turn it does a huge attack. So this does 26 right now, but if we do nothing it deals 24 between now and the start of next turn. It's really about, do we want 14 block at the start of next turn? If this does 24 and we deal 33, that's 57. So then it has 25 health. No, 35 health. So we're not killing it next turn. And it could kill us next turn, so I think the extra block is pretty crucial. Also, it's hitting us very hard this turn. So 12, we're taking 12. Do we want to block 5 or deal 33? Considering there's a rest right after this. If we deal 33, it's at 33. And next turn we're just trying to live. I'm not sure how we live if we don't kill it as quick as we can. Okay. So it's attacking for 42. So we just have to kill it, right? That's 7, 9 block, 13 block. Okay, sorry, so we're at 21, and we can make that 34. It's attacking for 42, so we'd take 8. We can actually handle that. We don't love it, but we can handle it. We could compile driver to draw another defend, but we wouldn't play it. Defrag is too important, so charge battery. Genetic algorithm, we're at 32. Go to 34. And we need the lightning orb. So now we got decent odds of killing it. We are at 2 health, but if we just draw, yikes. Anything at all that isn't this. We're blocking for 41, it's attacking for 49. Got it down to 6 health. Pretty good, but not quite. Not quite. Let's see. That was a good one. This was rough, but it was good. You know, we've been playing for about half an hour. I think that's about my break point for when I start a new one versus just call it a video. We've played a little more than half an hour, but it'll also just be a longer video. Or maybe we'll just die and it'll be shorter. Upgrade could upgrade Zap, I guess. It's not amazing. Potions. What are we doing here? So we could take upgrade elite, upgrade elite. We could even take a 3 elite act, or we could just take a bunch of upgrades. So it's an act where you could take a very safe path or a very risky path is a good act for a boss relic swap, because boss relic can be very good early on. It can just make you really powerful right away, or it can like not do that. Okay, Sozu, extra energy, but we can't obtain potions. I'd say this is pretty good. It's gonna make early elites hard. This path lets us go shopping, and I think shopping is good, even if we're not buying potions. So 16 this turn versus 3 per turn. I don't think the fight goes 5 turns, we do that. So the advantage here is we can strike, strike, and defend. We could get it down to 11 health, or we could block 1. If we had 5 energy, we wouldn't have to do that. Here we could strike, zap, defend, defend, get it down to 8. But if we're going to draw dual cast next turn, so that extra energy lets us fully block. And there we go. Charge battery, recursion, sweeping beam. It's an attack, it's AoE, and it draws a card, which is nice when we have extra energy. Alright, early shop. We could take a Sunder again. We could take a Sunder, but not a Sunder and a Cool-Headed. I mean, 4 energy makes a really expensive card even better, right? We kind of wanted to go to this shop, but if we're feeling strong, we could even go Elite Campfire. We also don't have to buy anything. We could just go to this fight, then go to this shop, then fight Campfire Elite. I don't think we feel like the Super Elite path, right? No point buying a potion. I miss last run's relics. They were so good. But I didn't play it well enough to live. Or I got bad luck. Or, hot take, little column A, little column B. Yeah, let's grab a Sunder. If we take an event here, we only have 2 fights before our first elite. But, okay, this is a fight, so that helps. We kind of wanted this to be a fight. Disadvantage of boss relic swap is we have no orb to dual cast right now. But Jawworm is often an enemy where the challenge is just trying to deal damage and block, so having extra energy helps a lot. Do you want to draw one of these? I kind of like 2 of them. I don't love a Cinder's Bane, but I'm okay having the other 2. Okay, we'd play all of our cards. Take our first 2 damage and Sunder. No potions. Ball Lightning is incredible. We really need some orbs. And Ball Lightning is one of the cards you're just happiest to add to your deck early on. Okay, with a Ball Lightning, a Sunder, and a Sweeping Beam, are we strong, and 4 energy, are we strong enough to fight an elite? I think so. Ooh, absolutely. It's going to be a while before we can remove that pain. We could do it up here or after an elite, but this is just very good. So we take a curse, but we get an incredible relic. It's going to upgrade our Sunder to be 32 damage, which is a good number for it to be. We do take a couple damage from pain, but we just win the fight. Another Ball Lightning? Yeah, I think I'll take another Ball Lightning. Again, we have no starting lightning. No reason to play anything here. Against Lagavulin, we can wait a couple extra turns if we want, and with Warp Tongs, there's some incentive to do that. So we could Ball Lightning Sunder, and that's pretty good, or we could wait for another upgrade and try to get 2 Lightning Orbs. One more upgrade or a bunch of damage. It's not like we have no block next turn, so we don't really want it to wake up next turn, and an extra upgrade is a good thing. Well, this is not a very good turn, but it's waking up next turn anyway, so we'll strike, strike. I think this fight might go long enough that the Lightning Orb continuing to do damage is a significant thing. Plus, we can channel enough lightning that it might evoke. Okay, cool. Defend Plus and Defend Plus are awesome, and we'll take a strike. We're in pretty good shape this fight. These upgrades are really helping a lot. Take 1 damage to block 5 damage. Deal some damage, deal some damage. Pain is painful, but it doesn't really change what we're doing here. Okay, would have loved a Sunder upgrade, but it's fine. We could dual cast for 16, then Ball Lightning. Then Sweeping Beam and Strike, so that's 15, 22, 40, 38, and then our 9 here brings us to 47. Sunder plus dual cast deals 40 damage plus 6, so 46. Sunder plus Ball Lightning. Okay, let's Sweeping Beam, see if we draw something better. We got another Ball Lightning, so we're gonna dual cast and then place our Lightning Orb, and that pretty much wins the fight. Energy when we play attacks. I'm into a Capacitor. It's a little hard to fill it up. A leap does make our deck better right now. And a Streamline could be okay, but I like an early Capacitor. 44 health. I'm feeling fine about taking an upgrade here. So we could upgrade a Capacitor, we could upgrade a Sunder. I think it's one of those two. All of these are nice upgrades to have, but none of them are crucial. And Warped Tongs will just give them to us at random. So we want to upgrade something that we're going to play like the first time we draw it for a big effect. Later that's going to be Capacitor for sure. Right now though, I think it's Sunder. Because right now we're still dealing with Act 1 fights, and there's a lot of Act 1 fights that a good Sunder just wins. This fight, not a ton of significant choices. We'll get this within strike range. That's nice. We are weak though, but it's still within Sweeping Beam range? Okay. We're always playing a Defend. Probably Strike and Ball Lightning on that. Well, always Ball Lightning here, right? And then it comes down to that last strike or that last defense. So this has 2/3 chance of missing, and then a 2/3 chance of missing. So 5 out of 9 times this does die. So we're being attacked for 19. We could block 18 and hope, or we could take 5 less block. I mean, this is only 6 damage that we'd be preventing, and a majority of the time we prevent it for free, so I think mathematically that's a superior play. We're not being attacked, and we have 2 Lightning Orbs, so I don't think we have to take any damage from Pain, especially with a Sunder coming up. Cool. And we got a Strike Plus, so we'll play the things. Pain does a little damage. Extra orb slots makes it consume really good, but we need a Frost Orb and we don't have one yet. Orichalcum is awesome. Alright, give me an upgrade. We have 39 health and I feel good about that. We could also... Yeah, so let's go to this elite. We'll remove Pain afterwards, or you could remove Pain first and go to an elite later. That's probably better. Upgrade the Capacitor. Nothing else is really crucial. I mean, we already decided last time that a capacitor upgrade would probably be better than the rest. We could get a relic and another curse. We're going to a shop, but we can only remove one curse per shop. So let's take, and we don't need the healing, so let's take some max health. Alright, all for one would have been great last run. Nothing here I think is better than removing a pain. Pain is a very bad card. We could take a hologram. Hologram is nice for playing a big Sunder with 4 energy. It's nice for getting another Frost Orb. It's a useful card. Okay. So we could, this has 24 health. We could deal 13, 23 damage to it. And then the Lightning Orb probably kills it. Defend blocks less than Orichalcum, so there's no point. Bad luck on that. We do take 14 here. Okay, draw me a good card. We will not be able to play attacks next turn. Give me... I mean, if I took a Ball Lightning, we dual cast for 16. So that's 16, then we would deal another 10, 26, then these 2 orbs would deal 6 this turn, so 32, and then 6 next turn. Alright, so that wins the fight. It keeps our Nunchaku at 9, which is a bonus. And we can just kill it now. Cultist Potion we don't get, right. So it's a Cold Snap or a big attack. With a Capacitor plus another Frost Orb seems nice. Do we want more card draw or just an attack? I think the attack is useful. Could be going into Gremlin Knob here. Alright, it's Sentries. We get a Frost Orb to start out, and we have Nunchaku. So what do we want in front? Frost Orb or Lightning Orbs? Let's put the Lightning Orbs in front, because we'll want to evoke them and get rid of them, and we'll want to keep the Frost Orb. The counter argument would be if we want to evoke the Frost Orb for block next turn. You know, we could have just tried to get that one within Sunder range, but I want to be able to kill it with strikes or something else. Alright, so we could dual cast. We could strike, strike, defend, cool-headed. We're already fully blocked. We could dual cast, defend. If we have 2 Frost Orbs, we become very safe. It does really suck to draw Sunder. Drawing Sunder is the big problem with that, but I have good news, which is that we can hologram for Sunder. I could have thought about that decision a little more, but honestly, what's the downside? Like, you get your 3 energy back. Alright, we fully block. We get 1 attack closer to Nunchaku. So now, by the way, with hologram and with 2 Frost Orbs and Orichalcum, we're blocking for 10 every turn. So let's get this up to a nice number, and we do win the fight, but we could have just pressed in turn as many times as we want. Pin Nib with Nunchaku. We could do a Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam with Pin Nib is huge, but losing the focus is kind of bad with Capacitor, but Hyper Beam is incredible against Slime Boss. But a Sweeping Beam is okay against Slime Boss. Basically, this is a tremendous short-term power in exchange for, like, long-term detriment. There's another Ball Lightning, which, like, with a Capacitor plus, we got 2 Frost and 3 Lightning. We could just take another Sweeping Beam. I think that helps against Slime Boss. 27 health is enough if we can get a good split. Do we feel confident that we can get a good split? I feel confident that either we draw a bunch of damage and we can get a good split, or we draw a bunch of block and we can kill it. I mean, sorry, a bunch of block and we can avoid dying because we have 27 health. Let's upgrade. Maybe a hologram. Maybe a cool-headed. Hologram upgrade is a immediate block upgrade, and it's good for getting our Sunder back. Okay, so this is not an excellent turn. So the worst case scenario would be that we just draw like all of our block cards the first 2 turns and then don't later. Okay, so we always ball lightning. And do we Sunder or sweeping beam, sweeping beam? Capacitor? If we do this, we could draw a hologram and Sunder to split next turn. Being attacked for 38. So that takes it down to 80. We could split this turn, or we could... Yikes. Die. Tough choice. Okay, pretty bad split. We could... Next turn we do not shuffle our discard, so we can hologram a Sunder, and that'll split one of them. It will give them a very bad split, but we could do it. We could also hologram a sweeping beam. We could hologram a capacitor and try and get some frost orbs going. 12 damage is not actually that bad. Get an extra lightning orb going. Take 3, but this is starting to do some cool stuff. I do wish we had that consume. So I could block for 12, 15, but we're being attacked for 36. So we don't die this turn. Let's draw a card. Pain is giving us some really nice upgrades, by the way. So if we do this, they both go to, if they both go to 41, then a strike goes to 35, which does not split. So it's possible that I could dual cast and not split either of them. Alternatively, one of them goes to 33, which still does not split. So let's just block as much as we can. We'll take 17, which sucks, but we're probably good for the rest of the fight. So 42 damage is so close, but not quite it. However, if we have 3 frost orbs and an orichalcum, we're fully blocked from that. Wow, no lightning orb on that one. We really wanted it, huh? Sweeping beam, where are you at? Okay. That seems important to do. Then we can't afford to not... No, we're actually fully blocked. And they both die. Okay, buffer. Fission can be good to help get us going. Buffer is just a decent big block thing. None of these are exactly the rares I was super excited about, but they're decent enough. How much does card draw do for us? Fission is better if we upgrade it, and with the capacitor, let's give it a shot. Alright, energy but no gold, energy but no rest, energy but only 6 cards. With a hologram and a fission, because we took fission, Velvet Choker becomes much worse. Or fission becomes much worse. I don't know if we can survive not resting with no potions, because some fights we just get wrecked. So unfortunately I think we're just not allowed to get gold anymore. In exchange we have 5 energy, which is a lot of energy. So we could do 3 events into an elite. It's that, or go to basically our last shop we can go to. I don't think we want to go on this 4 elite path. Yikes, that's death. This path can have 1 or 2 elites, depending what we like. It can have more campfires. It has events. This seems like the thing to do. Alright, big attack coming in. Let's put that in front. Draw me cards. We could play Defend, or we could just do MusicalConman. This blocks for 4 more, but this deals 32 damage. I think I'll take 4 damage to deal 32. Yeah, see, if we couldn't rest, it would just be bad. We could dual cast to block here. And we just play all our cards. And then the fight's looking pretty decent. We just hologram back our big Sunder. So with 5 energy, hologram becomes pretty good. Rebound, claw, bullseye. I'm gonna say no, no, and triple no. Okay, we could take a bunch of damage to get the book. The book is so good for us, but we might just die. But I love the book. So we lose 1, 3, 6, and 21 health. But we get the Necronomicon. So our first attack that costs 3 or more is played twice. Right now that's only Sunder, but we'll try and get more big attacks. Upgrade a card. Upgrade Fission, evoke all your orbs instead of remove them is a pretty big change. We could also upgrade our card draw because we have 5 energy. But I think Fission goes from sometimes not even good to always beneficial when you play it. Let's do that. Do that. Draw another card or get another Frost Orb. Frost Orbs are good. I would really love some focus, but our capacitor helps. Speaking of which, so this is going to add a daze into our draw pile. How often are we going to use this versus just kill it with... If we draw Sunder and 1 ball lightning, it just dies. So let's not shuffle any bad things into our deck. Alright, so if we zap and then Fission, it adds a bad card into our deck, but it draws an extra card. I mean, it adds 2, actually. Alright, so we definitely get Sunder next turn. We could get it right now, though, but we don't. Okay, so we'll take 1. We had a decent chance to just kill, and we didn't quite get there. We'll leave our numbers at 8 and 9, which is pretty good. I'm very into a compile driver. It draws cards, and we've got a bunch of energy. Give me an event. Or not, that's fine. So now we can do this for 64 damage, which seems good. And also Necronomicon plays it again, so that's a good fight. Doom and Gloom is a 2-cost attack with Necronomicon, and we like the Dark Orb anyway. And it costs energy, which is good. 24 we can definitely deal. So let's draw a card. Okay, so we could deal 6, 6, 7 to that, and then 9 to something else. Alternatively, if we just Cold Snap and MusicalConman, we are fully blocked against its attack. But it's good to kill it, right? So 7, 6, 6. Take out that thing, or get started on it. That said, that is just something we kill with Sunder pretty often, but we love playing our big things. Alright, 20 damage to all enemies. Do we want that Frost Orb in front, or do we want to just get these Dark Orbs rolling? We do have our Sunder charged up. So our Sunder deals 64 damage and then 32. So that is 96 damage. So if we deal 12 here, we can play the Zap for fun. Drawing Sunder just kills it. Like that. So that was a pretty easy elite. Necronomicon, often quite good. Instance Burner, into it. All for One draws our 0-cost cards, which is none of them. I mean, it plays twice, so it's just 2 energy for 20 damage. Basically, it's a Carnage that could get better. Also, playing twice means it works on Nunchaku and Pin Nib twice. It stacks them twice. How many 0-cost cards are we looking to add to our deck, though? I think just because it deals 20 damage, it's worth giving a shot. Another question is, do we upgrade or heal? If we upgrade, we probably upgrade Doom and Gloom. Deal an extra 8 damage with Necronomicon to all enemies. But if we heal, we feel pretty comfortable going to that elite. Or we could just go for 3 upgrades and 2 events. If we went for 3 upgrades, it would be Cool-Headed, Doom and Gloom, and then maybe an All for One. Well, we're always going here. So it's just a question of, do we rest or upgrade? I think we might rest before the boss, no matter what. Elite, or do we want an elite, or do we want an extra campfire? And an extra event. I think the elite, I think the relic is worth it. Let's rest. Alright, give me a Doom and Gloom. No? Okay. Well, let's get started on this one. Now it almost dies to Doom and Gloom. We've got all these orb slots and nothing to do with them. Alright, sweep my beam. Okay, we get a Cold Snap, so now we can actually draw some cards. Gain a bunch of block. Well, okay, this takes us from currently 8 to 10, but then we lose the Frost Orb. And we need to block next turn unless we draw Sunder. So let's take 3. Okay, so that deals 28 and then another 14, so that's 42 damage. Which is a lot. But it doesn't kill it. Let's draw a card. Oh no! That was my Pin Nib. Okay. Ball Lightning Zap Fission does a lot here. It usually draws Sunder 4 out of 6 times. Or we could just play the Doom and Gloom and then gain a bunch more card draw and energy. And then we still get the Sunder. Also, it's at 1 health. Okay, good fission. Darkness Plus helps us fill orb slots, which is nice with the Doom and Gloom. A Streamline Plus immediately plays twice, and then it goes down to 0 cost. So it's... Well, we have no money, so Courier, a relic I normally love, is useless. Let's get the Sapphire Key and go to our elite. Slavers, early Doom and Gloom is going to be awesome here. Would have been really nice if it was upgraded, but you don't get everything you want in life. We're being attacked for 34, so defend, hologram, defend seems pretty good here. So we'll take 13. We'll get a few wounds, but we're not going to draw a deck again. Alright. We just got to survive till next turn, because we got an Instance Burner coming up. Defend is actually a net negative. So let's Ball Lightning, and All for One just deals 20 damage. I mean, it blocks more if we deal it here, but the vulnerable is scary. Oh no, we had Pin Nib. We could have killed this one. Okay. Well, we take some damage, but I think we win. Yeah, it seems good. Evoking both those Dark Orbs does good things for us. Alright, Pantograph is awesome healing. Get a Consume. Another hologram, but like Consume. I meant to Consume with all these, with a Capacitor Plus. 12 cards. Match them to keep them. 5 tries, no do-overs. Are you ready? Let's start. Echo Form. With 5 energy? Yeah. Don't want that, so let's just pick something we know isn't that. Don't want that. Alright. Shot in the dark. Go for the eyes? Okay. We got an Echo Form. Upgrade or shop? We don't really have any need for the shop. That's an extra event. If we go here, we have to heal for the hallway fights is the thing. But we could still die to this if we don't heal. This is still extra healing for the boss. And it gives us more chance to like set up our incense burner at 4. So this could deal 64 damage right now. And then make that 70. And we're playing that. The alternative is that we play it here. But we have enough energy to play everything we want anyway. And we don't want to kill that one first. It can be kind of scary. We will play a Defend Plus here. Slightly better than Orichalcum. Now we can sweep those beams, ball that lightning, and kill the opponent. We got a block. Consume blocks. Defend negative blocks. Consume and Gloom blocks the most that we can... No, wait. That takes away our Orichalcum, but then we can do this. So we take 1. Okay. No gold, no potions. We take another Streamline, or we could take a Cool-Headed. Drawing the cards is nice. A Cool-Headed Plus would be a lot better. But I can work with this. Alright, let's draw some cards. Capacitor, Consume Plus, and get a Cold Snap active. We want to wait till our Instance Burner is at 4 again, so this could be a long fight. So every Frost Orb counts. Double Streamline is pretty good here. Another Frost Orb, or just a bunch of Focus? Let's get a bunch of Focus. Okay, we get a Cool-Headed. And we're fully blocked now, thanks to Orichalcum. If we were able to kill it with Pin Nib at 9, that would be awesome. We are fully blocked. Let's keep that going. So in order to do that, we would need to play... Nah, Pin Nib's not going to be at 9. So let's play through it again. A little extra damage here. Okay, this is not going to kill it this turn. It's going to kill it next turn at 3. Actually, not the number we want. We wanted it at 4. If we evoke it, it evokes for 14, so it's too late. It is doomed. Stack our Pin Nib. No gold, no potion. Loop or Leap? Leap is front-loaded block that we currently don't have at all. Loop is a good power. Might be a little risky, but we got a big ol' Pantograph healing us. We got an Instance Burner protecting us. I think a Loop Plus does a lot here. If we get a big Frost Orb going in front, we are very set. And we've got the health to survive for a little while. Alright, draw me a card. Alright. We could draw an extra card or get an extra lightning. I'd like to draw a card. Okay, we got a curse out of the way. We drew a lot of cards we don't care about, which means that we now have better odds of getting ones we do care about. Okay, we get Streamline, then we can all for one it. Ball Lightning is free here. Let's do it to this one. We're gonna play another attack to kill it anyway. I mean, that seems good. Then we get to Streamline. That gets us extra energy, which I hadn't really planned on, but I'll pretend that I did. Then we strike, and we've got a lot of health. I think the capacitor is important to play. Alright, so Incense Burner is kind of wasted here. 64 damage versus an extra Dark Orb. I think actually comes down in favor of Dark Orb here. Lightning Orb? No, we can just do the damage. That way we can fill those with Frost Orbs. Echo Form? Absolutely. Loot Plus? Absolutely. Cold Snap? Absolutely. Now we are weak and vulnerable. But it's not doing nothing. Let's draw a card. Oh, right, Echo Form. Oh, I should have done Echo Form on Consume. Right. Is there anything we don't want to draw? Not really. Okay, so now we got a Loot Plus, 2 Focus, and 3 Frost Orbs. That's going to help a lot. We could just kill both. We could kill these pretty good, right? Killing these seems worth doing. Does not actually quite die. No, wait. Necronomicon. Cool. That's right, because the Streamline costs 0, so they both double play. We could double play a Defend, double play a Dual Cast. Double play a Dual Cast blocks for 14 plus deals a ton of damage. Then we still double play a Doom and Gloom. Gain a tiny bit of block, deal a little damage. And now this Dark Orb is going to get Loot Plussed. So if I just hologram a Dual Cast, we are pretty much set here. Hologram a Dual Cast and grab a Sunder for the finisher. Doesn't matter. That definitely kills it. Focus Potion, we don't get. Gold, we don't get. Hyper Beam is really huge with Necronomicon, is the thing. We already have an Echo Form, so this isn't going to be good against, like, the Heart, but it is going to end so many fights that aren't the Heart. The question is, do we need huge AoE damage for hallway fights? When we have a Doom and Gloom, 2 Sweeping Beams. Streamline helps. I'm thinking about Reptomancer. Basically, can our deck deal with Reptomancer without this Hyper Beam? If so, I mean, another Echo Form could do a lot for us. Core Search is okay. Be great if we got a Biased Cog. I'm feeling greedy. Okay, Runic Pyramid. 6 energy, or 6 energy in big fights. Runic Pyramid with Echo Forms lets us really control the order we play things. With Necronomicurse, if we draw 2 big Necronomicon, I guess, is the relic, and the curse is the curse. If we draw 2 big attacks at the same time, we can hold them. I think Runic Pyramid is really good for us. An extra energy would also be really good, but since we already have 5 energy, I'm gonna say, let's do this. Alright, we're against Time Eater. We gotta go to that super, so do we want 2 events or a shop? 2 events, right? Good start. Didn't have to play that actually. I would have gained energy from playing it later. Okay. We got MusicalConman, and we are intangible, so let's chill. Zap upgrade. We could all for one and get Zap back. So that double plays, and then we do this, and then we evoke all our orbs and blast it. Another Doom and Gloom? Question mark? This first Doom and Gloom is really good. Is another one also really good? If we can get enough orb slots, it is. And the one Madness with Runic Pyramid. You know what? Madness with All for One. It's very rare to take Madness. I'm actually going to take Madness. Do this. Maybe should have played a Lightning Orb there. We need to kill these somehow. I think maybe we just draw Zap. Alright, we get all the Echo Forms. We're blocked for 8. Big problem is these are clogging our hand. But if we can just draw Cool-Headed and Zap. Okay. We have 4 loop, so we're blocked forever. And we have double plays on everything. You know what? I totally could have played a Ball Lightning with all that extra block. That is my B. Okay, we have 8 block. So take 1. It's gonna double play is the thing. Okay, let's clear some hand space. Then we can hologram for a Cool-Headed. And hologram for itself. And just chill. Now we can Cool-Headed and Ball Lightning. And we'll win the fight eventually. We can even Ball Lightning again. Alright, this might take a little while, but we have won the fight. Sure, gain all the orb slots that there are to gain. Then gain all the block. Then take 22 damage. I can afford that. So this helps us go up to, gets us 6 focus. So these are dealing 9 each, so 18 a turn. Cool. We get also Madness because it's fun. Echo Form Madness with an All for One almost starts to seem like a plan. Okay, we'll finish with our thing on 3. And there we go. No gold. Recursion for the big dark orbs? Or not recursion? Because we have a small hand space. Recursion is okay, but I really want to draw our big stuff. Our important stuff. If we sunder this now, we just take 7 damage once and that's it. Alternatively, we kill this. But then we can't kill that. The question is whether killing this now blocks us more in the long run, because then we could double play Doom and Gloom. Yeah, so that'll deal 10 twice, so 20, and then 29, and then 35, so we can kill that as well. If we just get rid of that, so we take our 7. Oh wait, that didn't double play. Oh shucks. Because we already double played the 1. Well, we take... Okay, we took 10 that turn. Well, not much to do. Take another 3 and hope for better this turn. Okay, 40 damage is good. Let's draw some cards, though. Oh, we're intangible this turn. We'll be able to hold on to this dual cast as long as we need. So we could try and get Incense Burner at a better number, because we'll be able to kill it at any time with that Dark Orb being loop plussed. Let's get a strike out of our hand, stack that pin a bit. So we block for 12 for free, so we're fine this turn. Why not, right? Alright, got those to 8 and 9 respectively. We do need some front-loaded block very badly. Alright, it's gonna hit us this turn if we don't stop it, so let's stop it. Charge Battery? Charge Battery's pretty good with Runic Pyramid. Pays for itself energy-wise. We gotta go to the Super Elite, so we gotta go this way. Give up all our gold for a relic, or save our gold for a card remove here. Ech. Is this relic better than a card remove? Probably, right? It's an artifact charge remove. Going into a Super Elite, I'd like to heal up. Even with our pin nib at 9. I just want to feel safe and comfortable. Okay, cool. We could do a double Sunder. Or we could do a double Doom and Gloom and get 2 Dark Orbs. Getting a good Dark Orb charged up against this would be clutch, but we only need 1. We can save the Fission as well. No need to rush it. So here might be a good time to Fission, because we're taking a lot of damage if we don't block it. Okay. That's negative block. We could reduce this to 0 or save it and play it next turn. This deals 40 damage next turn, and then that's 55. Or it deals 60 damage if it's pin-nibbed. We don't want to Madness because reducing that to 0 would be bad for us. Okay, so we will... Compile Driver doesn't even draw, does it? So we will strike. Compile Driver. Streamline. Zap. And Dual Cast. Cool, Super Elite dead. Blue Candle is interesting. So we can now play Necronomicurse. Now, when you exhaust Necronomicurse, there's no escape from this curse. When you exhaust it, it just returns to your hand instantly. So we can play a card infinite times if we want to. Turbo can be okay with Runic Pyramid, but we have a lot of energy. Another Cool-Headed? It's a lot of regular Cool-Headeds. Lose HP to add cards to our deck. Yeah, I mean, we got a Pantograph. We did rest earlier, and we ended up not super needing it. So Hand Degrade is not super useful. Panacea is actually decent with Runic Pyramid. Chrysalis with All for One? Question mark? Not amazing against Time Eater, but then we have another boss after that. How are we going to beat Time Eater? Dark Orbs, that's how. Is Chrysalis good against the Heart, or is it wasting draws? I'll take a Panacea. We don't need any of these attacks. We're not dealing our damage with our good attacks. I mean, a Hand Degrade, double playing it is cool for 40 damage, but I think we're beyond that. You know what? Vulnerable, actually. Vulnerable with Sunder and Necronomicurse. And with All for One to draw it sometimes. Yeah. I'm gonna try a Chrysalis. I don't often take it, but All for One makes it better than usual. Extra choices at card rewards. We have no money. Don't talk to us. Okay, we did get our Doom and Gloom turn 1, which seems nice. Let's draw a card. Cool. Seems like a good turn. Shame to waste our intangible, but it happens. Alright, this seems like a rough turn. Wow. So if we trip, that's 9, so that's 18 to 1 enemy, so that's not going to do it. We don't have any way to dual cast a Dark Orb. So we consume, we defend, we dual cast, and we die. Dang, Jawworms. Did you have to do it to us like that? Ah, well. Not like this. I guess our run was a little bit defective. But thanks for watching.